Hey, it's Joel. It's, I don't even know what day it is, and it's day 3,200 and something of my running streak. I'm in Wales, in the nation's capital, beautiful country, beautiful day, right next to the National Stadium. I'm going for a run, thanks to On for the shoes, and you can guess what I'm going to be talking about today. You're coming with me, let's go! Today I'm very lucky to be running with Tom Marshall. Hey Tom.
Hi Joel, you okay?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for coming out for me.
Absolute pleasure.
We're going to be running along the river here and seeing some of the sights of Cardiff. Now you promise to take it easy on me. I'm not going to run fast.
A couple of sub 4 miles, is that okay?
So what is your fastest mile time?
3:58 is my fastest mile.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Thank you. It's
3:58 seconds.
Luck to be built the way we are, and lots of hard work.
So, and you're known in the running world for representing Wales, and you won the European cross-country championships, right?
Yes, yeah, we had a mixed relay team at the end of cross-country, the European cross-country champs, so 2 ladies, 2 men, 2 Welsh people in that actually, which was great in the GB team, and yeah, we were fortunate enough to come away with a win, which is nice.
Where was that? Where did that take place?
That was in Slovakia, so yeah, very cold. If memory serves, it was, I think the wind chill was -16 on a day, so
Jesus.
yeah, we stood outside.
Really?
Stood outside for about 30 minutes before a race in just a vest and shorts.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I've never been so cold.
And how long was that course?
We each had a 1 mile lap each.
You took it in turns?
Took it in turns, yeah. So it went one of the ladies, one of the men, one of the ladies, and then I had the glory leg.
Right.
Yeah, which was a bit daunting to say the least. But
and how fast did you do that last mile?
It was 4:16, was it?
4:16?
Memory serves. Yeah.
I'm guessing it wasn't a flat cinder track.
To be fair, it was built on a surface that was so hard, it felt like you literally, it was cross country, it felt like you were running on
pavement.
Yeah, and it was brilliant. Wow. Absolutely brilliant.
That must have been quite a day for you.
Yeah, once I'd warmed up a little bit, it was, I'm very fortunate to be there, to be fair. It's, just so much talent, and a few of the top GB boys had said no to it, so yeah, fortunate enough to get the call up. And
I'm in awe, genuinely I'm in awe. I think the fastest I
you.
could run a mile is maybe 6.5 minutes if I really risked throwing up at the end of it. So less than 4. I mean, how many people on the planet have run less than 4? What, a couple of hundred?
I think it's now at about 2,500 actually.
Really?
But I think more people have climbed Everest than have actually run sub 4, but nobody's ever climbed Everest and run sub 4.
Well, you're still young.
I can't climb to save my life. I can't do anything else to save my life other than run, to be honest.
Well, that's pretty much the same as me. And was your 4-minute time an event, or was it you've just been training to do it specifically to get that time?
Yeah, training specifically to get that time. We obviously run a metric mile here, so the 1,500 metres, and yeah, I think we should be good here. And so because I race the 1,500 and that's my distance, actually the mile is only just over 100 metres more, so it becomes quite a it's not that hard of a challenge when you're training for that distance. So did you sort of make up your mind to say, I'm going to see how fast I can run, see if I can run a mile under 4? Yeah.
And then spent some time training and eating and preparing for it?
Yeah, literally that. So to get in, so the event I chose out here to do, the event I do is the 1,500 metres, which means that if you're training for the 1,500 metres, one of your goals, no matter who you are, will be to try and break that sub 4-minute mile. So it just so happens it correlates with a cross nicely. Right. The only difficulty is we don't race it very often in the UK, so finding the right race is kind of hard to do.
Right.
Actually, I broke it in Ireland, so.
Did you?
Yeah, so technically not the UK.
So what was that like coming over the finish line? And were you counting your paces? Did you know how you were doing during the race?
Yeah. I was actually miles behind. I had a very small tear on my PCL the week before when the British champs fell over, and I was in quite a lot of pain going into it. So, despite the fact I was so far behind, I just thought, do you know what? I got myself on the start line. I might as well run these last couple of laps as hard as I possibly can. And yeah, first time I did it was 3:59.9 something.
Oh.
So I didn't quite know I'd done it, but
right.
I had a sneaky suspicion.
That's amazing. When did you run this slightly faster time?
That was during this kind of, I suppose, a hot streak, because I think every runner goes through that phase where they get personal best and another personal best and another personal best, and
right.
you strike while in the iron's hot. So
sure.
It was outdoors. I just run my PB in the Diamond League, 3:37 over 15, and then flew out to Ireland. I actually, because I work full time as well. I finished work at 5 o'clock. Caught the plane about 7 o'clock. Landed in Ireland about 7:30. Raced at 8:30.
No, really?
Yeah.
I got a
run my PB. Yeah.
sub 4 mile.
Sub 4 mile. Yeah. And then flew back to work the next day at 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah.
That's
eventful.
incredible.
And the Irish is fantastic people, and yeah, it was just a bit of a chaotic night after as well.
I bet.
As you can imagine.
Yeah, that must have been really weird, because with work and the journey, and you barely got any time to mentally prepare, and then suddenly you're on the start line.
Yeah, I don't know if that's I try and look at that as a benefit, because you just don't overthink things. And I wonder if perhaps if you were full-time and staying in a hotel for a couple of days before, whether you'd start to think, oh, actually, could I do some more stuff? I'm bored, I'm in a hotel, so I do another run. I don't know. I try and look at everything in a positive mindset if I can.
And this is on a 400 metre track, so what was the last lap like? The bell went. Presumably you're like sucking air like crazy.
Yeah, you are, yeah, you are. Yeah, that's to say the least. Yeah, a lap to go. You try and reserve the energy as much as you can, but when you're competing with those guys, yeah, you're giving it everything. And the last, I think we went through in 3:02, something like that. So, yeah, 56, 57 last lap. But it was, pain beyond belief.
Wow. And there were others there with you running it, right?
Yes, that's right, yeah. So there were a few Americans in the race, a couple of Brits.
Did you come over the line first?
No, I think I came 6th in that race.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I think the winning time was 3:54. That's actually a little bit disappointed, but...
Isn't it weird that the human psyche said sub 4 couldn't be done, and now 2,000 people have done it? What's going to happen with the marathon 2 hour time, do you think?
I was contemplating this the other day, because that sub 2 hour marathon's an incredible feat.
Isn't it?
Don't get me wrong, there's science behind it, which helps. Much more science than what was behind what Roger Bannister did.
Yeah.
But then it's a sub 4 mile. It's only 4 minutes of work, and I think the human body's probably less limited to run that pace for 4 minutes as they are, whereas trying to run it for a 2 hour marathon, or run at 4:31 mile for whatever it is for a marathon, I think it'll be years to come until somebody does it again.
Well, as somebody who's competitively run slightly faster than that in your cross country time, can you imagine doing that for 26 miles?
No, I did a session the other day, 4 mile tempo followed by a 3 minute recovery, then a 1 mile hard as I could. Only ran 4:29. I was thinking,
really, as hard as you could?
Yeah, I was thinking, here's this guy that's ran basically that back to back 26 times.
That's incredible.
Yeah, bonkers, mind blowing.
So tell me about your day job, because I'm really interested in sportsinjuryfix.com.
Yeah, so the company it's twofold really. First off, we're here to help therapists, so physios, osteopaths, podiatrists, sports massage therapists, etc. And on the second branch to it is we're here to help the everyday public. The business actually started because the owner, Malcolm Sloan, fell off his bike and couldn't find the right person to help him fix his injury. And he just got incredibly frustrated about the amount of money that he spent for bad advice.
Or just paying different people to have a go because nobody has the specific sports skills to diagnose.
Exactly that.
Right.
So he thought to himself, well, okay, why is there not a website that exists where I can go, okay, I'm a runner, or I'm a cyclist, or I'm a football player.
Yeah.
I live in Cardiff, I live in London, I live in Birmingham, here's my postcode, and I've hurt this part of my body. So I've got ankle pain, or I've got Achilles tendinopathy, whatever it might be. and then you go on, click enter, and there you have a list of specialists, yeah, who have evidence that they specialise in that area. So he created it, and
oh, good for him.
yeah, and it grew from there. So we're now a company that not only do that side of things in terms of helping people find the right therapist, we also get some of the very best, some of the greatest, or some of the most knowledgeable people within the industry, within the UK, to actually produce content for us on, okay, how do we stay injury free?
Right.
How do we recover from a marathon? How do we, well, you name it really.
So you have a YouTube channel and Instagram content?
Channel, yeah, a lot of our stuff's content and blogs online, which is great. So
on your website?
On our website, sportsinjuryfix.com. And then likewise then, we try and help therapists out by helping their business. Therapists are more in tuned and almost better at doing their day job in terms of fixing people. They're not as versed at marketing and business.
Yeah.
So we're there to try and help them out as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, towards the end of the run, I want to try running your 4-minute mile pace and see how
we can do that.
Long I can keep up with you.
We can do that.
But give me a while.
Yeah.
So what's this park called?
Butte Park, I think.
Right.
Yeah, it all merges into one.
That's
Actually,
lovely.
I read something the other day, and I don't know how true it is, but if you combine all the parks, it's one of the biggest parks in the world.
Really?
Yeah, but actually they're separated by roads or bridges, so it doesn't really count.
So do you run out here most days?
Actually, yeah. One of my key training partners, a guy called Chris Provorot, works in the centre of Cardiff, so we meet most days and get a run out. I'm very fortunate that Sports Injury Fix, yeah, I suppose a lot of them are sports people ourselves in the company,
well, right.
So
you can't really not support athletic endeavour in your staff if your name is Sports Injury Fix.
Exactly. We've got a gentleman called Michael James, who is known online as the Endurance Physio, and he's a director at the company. He's doing a marathon to Saab next year.
No way.
Yeah, I believe he's the only Welshman that's swum both Jersey and around the English Channel, or swum the English Channel and swam around Jersey, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, triple Ironman, GB age group for athletes, so he, GB age group Ironman actually, I think, but yeah, fantastic to have on board because he's got 20 years experience as a personal trainer, as a physio, as a sports therapist.
Yeah.
And actually combining that with his experience as an athlete, the perfect fit for the company. But yeah, he's obviously going to go have to train for a marathon in Saab during lunchtimes. Of
course. That's going to be a little bit off your training regime, I guess.
Yeah, we don't tend to go together. He's, to be fair, I couldn't do a marathon, let alone what these ultra runners do. It's an absolute phenomenon, and hats off to each and every one of them, because getting through one is an achievement in itself.
What a lovely place to run.
It's stunning, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to go over a bridge here a sec, and we'll end up by Sapphire Gardens, so Glamorgan's cricket ground.
Nice.
We might have to go behind each other on this one, sorry.
That's all right.
To ruin the video slightly.
Don't worry.
I think dogs get priority over humans as well.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a perfect place to run.
I was trying to get a run in with Rory Coleman.
Oh yeah.
This trip, but unfortunately he's busy, so I'll have to
that's a shame.
come back. He's an amazing guy.
Thank you. That's a huge shame. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'd love to run with him. There's so many people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers. If we go straight ahead there, Joel, that's it, and I'll come along it.
I'm very lucky, and I'm very glad I started 3 mile rundown, because it's really got me out to meet so many different people, and obviously my shtick is just running 3 miles every day.
Oh, it's a brilliant concept.
It's interesting to run with people who have different motivations.
I think that's it. Actually, I get off. Thank you. I get questioned quite often. What's the biggest piece of advice I can give to a runner? And actually, biggest piece of advice I think I can give is listen to people.
Right.
Listen to the knowledge. If I wouldn't have trained with the people I've trained with, Richie Gardner, James Fee. So if you don't know them, Google them. But this is everything from a fantastic marathon runner right through to a brilliant miner, and you catch those little snippets of advice that just might make that difference. And yeah, I've learned bits of every single one of them and gone, okay, thank you for that. some bits of information would certainly not be relevant, but yeah, you learn so much just by listening, and this is where I think his concept is brilliant.
So how do you square your private life, your social life, your business interests, and a near professional training schedule? I mean, that's extremely difficult.
Yeah, it is actually. So with my job before this, I was working with my best mate, who is also a Commonwealth Games and European World Champs athlete, so a guy called Ian Thomas. So because we worked together, it made life that much easier, sorry. So we'd work 9 to 5, go out at 5 o'clock, get a run done, get a gym session done, get home 7:30. Very forgiving girlfriend. Eat, shower, bed, repeat.
Wow.
And then make up for it on the weekend with the girls. But it was,
that's dedication. I really admire that.
Yeah. No, to be fair, it's. I think we just both looked at it and went, okay, we've been doing it, we love it. There's certainly there's something that we've got with the sport, and you know, when we get to 32, 33, 34, our timelines are probably going to start to run out.
How old are you now?
30.
Right.
Worst luck. So I think we just thought, let's just give it a go. Let's make it to the Commonwealth Games. Let's give it a go together. Let's just see what we can do together. And I think that extra motivation helps. And again, another snippet of advice: find somebody you love to run with. Because if you do that, it makes those runs a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, this is a good day. I fully expected it to be raining, this being Wales.
I think it's the first day in about 8 years that hasn't actually rained
The
in
capital
Wales.
city of rain.
Yeah, I think
But
yeah, actually, pretty stunning views as well right now. Yeah, it's a beautiful city when it's not raining.
you live in Cardiff?
No, I don't actually. I did for a little while with one of my training partners, Chris Prothero, but I'm up now in Church Village, so about 10 miles on the outskirts.
Good running?
Amazing running, yeah. Treforest in particular, which is not far away, is some of the best running you can get around here. But we're also fortunate we've got Ogmore, which is where Steve Ovett, I believe it was, used to train, and it's the tallest sand dune in the northern hemisphere.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so we get down there occasionally. Likewise, we're followed by we're surrounded by trails and hills, and yeah, it's a beautiful place, Cardiff. Very fortunate. I think a nice thing about the city is you could walk anywhere, and yeah, you could be at the home of a cricket team, home of a football team, home of a rugby team, to a big shopping centre, to a massive park, down to a bay, which yeah, we're just lucky to be here.
So what does the future hold for you in terms of your athletic endeavours? Because as you said, you've probably got a couple more years, right?
Yeah, bit of a bad Achilles. Actually flared up pretty bad before the start of the Commonwealth Games.
I guess you know where to go and get that fixed.
yeah. sportsinjuryfix.com. But yeah, I took a little bit of an extended time out, maybe 6 or 7 months off. Thank you, Val. 6 or 7 months off. And,
right.
Yeah.
When you say off, you mean not running at all?
Not running at all, not cross-training or anything, yeah. First off, I had to let it heal itself.
Yeah.
And then once it did heal itself, I had to get my motivation back. Thankfully, my coach James Fee and Ian Thomas and Chris Prothero, who I've mentioned, yeah, convinced me, and yeah, just going to step up, try and give 5k a go, and then yeah, see if I can get to the next commies and then call it, I think.
Right.
Beautiful thing is when you work for a company like sportsinjuryfix.com, you've got, or Sports Injury Fix, should I say, you've got something brilliant to fall back on.
Sure.
And
seems like an ideal place for somebody like you to work. I mean,
I think so.
perfect.
Yeah. I think there's a big challenge and actually a huge stigma now around mental health, which absolutely there should be. And when you finish as an athlete,
that must be a difficult time.
Yeah, it was difficult that 7 months when I knew I hadn't quite retired or wanted to finish, but wasn't actually running. So
retiring at the age of 30 is kind of anathema to me. I mean, it's quite difficult for me to comprehend. I didn't really start running in any seriousness until I was 39. So to have a career like yours and be done with it by 30 or 32, 33, astonishing.
I think there's they reckon, I don't know the science behind it, but they believe there's a bit of a clock on an athlete where when you start, you've got a certain amount of miles before you
Really?
peak. Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that clock is. I don't really pay much attention to the science side of things, but yeah, apparently that's the case. So you might be peaking now in 5-10 years time. You never know.
Oh God, I hope I haven't peaked yet.
Yeah. No, well, no, I'm sure you haven't. But it's, yeah, I think it's a difficult time for athletes, especially a full-time one. So, yeah, I'm very fortunate to have sports injury fixed to occupy the mind.
But it must be extremely satisfying for you as an individual to be able to sit with your feet up on a Sunday after a roast lunch and think, I've run less than 4 minutes a mile. 4 minute a mile in less than 4 minutes. I've won European cross-country championships. I've run with the best runners in the world.
Oh, thank you.
Mean,
no, it's,
that must be amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a difficult one because you don't want to necessarily think about it too much because you don't want to. I think there's a line of arrogance and you just don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that person. But there are the occasion when I think back and go, and
I bloody would
just go, oh, actually, yeah, I've done, with the exception of the Olympics, I've done everything I would love to have done. But a lot of it comes down to luck. You do make your own luck sometimes. There's a lot of hard work in there. A fantastic team that surrounds me. You know, my coach and my training partners, and I think across those elements together, I think you've got every chance.
So tell me where you are in your training regime at the moment.
So I'm trying to step my miles up to become a 5k guy.
Sorry, this isn't going to tax your training. You'll probably have to do another run today.
I've got man flu, so.
Oh, okay.
So
I feel better.
First run in 5 days.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try and spread it out a little bit. Yeah. No, it's trying to step up the mileage. Like as a 15 guy, I probably was on about 40 miles a week.
40.
Yeah. So.
But a lot of those are tempo. They were fast, right?
Yeah, a lot of that's fast. Yeah, I enjoy doing that stuff, but. Yeah, now it's going to be a little bit slower stuff, a little bit more prolonged, 60, 70 miles a week the aim, without trying to break down. Like I guess, I think every athlete's got to be careful how much they step up the training that they do.
Sure.
And it should be small percentages, incremental changes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's key. So easy to get injured or ill, especially in this weather, and well, we're fortunate today.
Yes. So has your career been relatively injury-free, or have you?
Yeah, touch wood. Yeah, it's been very, very lucky with it. Bad Achilles issue.
Yeah.
Which is my own fault for getting a bit too.
So how did that come about?
I just went in my spikes too often.
Right.
Yeah, it was my own fault. I had a choice to go into flats, which would have saved the Achilles, but you've got so much aggression in spikes.
Yeah.
That actually, yeah, I think it's just caused it to inflame.
Right.
Which wasn't great. And then. Yeah, I tore, well, it's a very slight tear of PCL.
Was that the one you did when you did your first sub 4?
Yeah, the weekend before I tripped over in the British Champs. But other than that, touch wood, been very fortunate. I don't know what it is, but I think actually, and a lot of what research shows at the moment, and I probably tend to agree with, is that strength training makes all the difference.
Interesting.
All the difference. If you can strengthen your muscles, strengthen those weaknesses, and then combine that with the right training, the right hills, the right recovery, good amount of sleep, good amount of water.
Right.
Good amount of hydration, should I say. I keep forgetting you don't know where you're going, sorry.
Yeah.
Where's he off to?
Yeah, I'm just following you.
Yeah, I think that makes all the difference. But yeah, strength training is a big part of it.
So how much time do you spend in the gym?
3 days a week if I can help it.
What kind of workouts do you do?
So one of them will be body weight stuff, so sit-ups, twisted sit-ups, press-ups, pull-ups.
Lots of core stuff?
Lots of core stuff. Just to strengthen everything, really, back stuff as well. I'm not saying core is the most important part. Everything needs to be strong. And then the other 2 days a week, I tend to go onto the squats, to be honest, and stay similar weights and similar squats, and
right.
just continue that sort of medium rep, half decent weight.
Yeah.
Training, I suppose.
So once you started that, you really saw the difference?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I did anyway. Yeah, no injuries and a lot stronger. And as a runner, power to weight ratio is very important. I'm not saying you should lose weight. There's no way in a million years anybody should purposely try to lose weight, but fingers crossed it. But if you're strong, if you're strong, you can increase that power to weight ratio.
Right.
Should always be that strength side you should work on. No runner should ever worry about the weight, but they should be worrying about that strength side of things and getting strong, so that power to weight becomes very, very strong and you hit off the ground.
So have you had your 3D gait analysis done, and do you have a fit? Are you pretty pleased with your gait? And
yeah, I've had my gait analysis done. I'm very pleased with my gait. I'm very neutral, thankfully. But again, research at the moment is suggesting that gait analysis might or might not be. I think the problem is with everything at the moment, everything's getting questioned, especially with this sub 2 hour marathon. Everything's getting questioned. So my philosophy with running is keep it simple.
Yeah,
just enjoy it. Go out and do it. Get a good pair of shoes. Go out and do it.
well, that's the beauty of running, as opposed to cycling or triathlon. Is you don't need anything apart from a pair of shoes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Go.
Just go.
No excuses.
No excuses whatsoever. And it's exactly the beauty of the sport. And the reality of it is, you don't necessarily need an expensive pair of shoes.
No.
You just need a pair of shoes that are good and that you respond well to.
So are you sponsored by any?
Yeah, very fortunate that Saucony sponsored me, which is brilliant.
So you get all your gear.
All my gear, thankfully, and they are absolutely superb. And I wouldn't be anywhere near what I am without their help. So yeah, extremely grateful for them, without trying to plug it, obviously. But again, with Saucony, I found a pair of shoes I liked, and just went, okay, I love these pair of shoes. Can I have these?
Right.
And that was it.
And they keep sending you every couple of months.
Yeah. With shoes, it's a case of when do you need them? Drop us a line and they'll send them off, which is great. But then again, it was that, okay, I found the Triumphs work for me. Because the Triumphs work for me, let's continue with Triumphs. Not mix it up too much. Triumphs are working, not getting injured. Let's do it. And it'll be the same for any shoe, I think, that works for you.
Well, since we've only got a bit to go, why don't we ramp the pace up?
All right.
Show me how. Let's stop at the bridge, but show me how fast your 4 minute time is.
Yeah, I think we're probably talking.
You're still talking.
Yeah. I think that would probably just about cover it.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say 4 minutes. It's hard to know.
Oh my.
On the road.
Wow. Well, that was. That's not what I could keep up for 26 miles.
There's actually a really good video online at the moment. Nick Willis, Run Gum, American guy, well worth watching. And he tries to keep up with a miler at the pace at Kipchoge run a marathon. And literally, they start off. And Nick Simmons is this guy's name. He's an Olympic 800 meter runner. And he starts off and he just goes, "Oh my God, is it that fast?" Literally, he can't keep up with him for any longer than a K. And
wow.
this is an Olympic, admittedly ex-Olympic 800 meter runner.
Wow, well that was just fantastic.
Was that 3 miles?
It was.
Ah, hey, happy days.
Perfect.
Happy days.
Well,
Knackered.
it was that 4 minute business.
That's it. You can finish a race now, like that. 5K race. Right.
Well, Tom, thank you so much.
No, it's been a pleasure.
That was really interesting, and I'm going to spend some time checking out Sports Injury Fix. So, as far as the therapists are concerned, do they pay to go on the?
Yes, but
get featured, or how does it work?
Yeah, they get a whole host of features on there as well.
But it's free to users like me and you.
Exactly that, yeah. And then you can book on with a therapist. Therapist side of things, they get a booking system, patient note system. They get to be part of the community. They get to come to events. They get affiliation deals and discounts to try and save a bit of money online.
That sounds like a great deal.
Yeah, and we don't charge much for it, so it's a whole package. But from an athlete's perspective, if you're injured, sportsinjuryfix.com, and then type in where you're from, and if you want what sport you do, if you want what injury you have, and
fascinating.
Find a person that can help
I'm going to check that out for certain.
Yeah, please do. Thank
you. Again, thank you for the run. Best of luck with the rest of your running endeavours. Please stay in touch, and I'd love to do it again. Ideally without one of these, because it's easy to run when you're pumping both arms, I found.
Yeah, no, please do. And Mike James would love to come along for a run as well.
Oh yeah, I'd love to run with him. He'd be amazing.
You find him very interesting.
I'll make a day of it next time.
Yeah, please do. It'd be great.
Again, Tom, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Good luck with everything.
Cheers.
Cheers.